Namaste students. I hope you are all fine at home. Uh, the COVID pandemic does not stop our study, so we cannot stop ourselves. So let us continue the studies. We'll see the product policy. Let us know the meaning of product. So product means, in a narrow sense, product is a uh, simply a set of tangible physical and chemical attributes assembled in an easily identifiable and readily recognizable form. It is a set of what here? Product is a set of tangible. Tangible means which can be touched, seen, and physical also. Physically also we can see shape and all this. If it is a spectacle, how, what is it? And chemical attitude, chemical reaction of the reaction of the nature of the product assembly in an easily identifiable and readily recognizable form, which can be identified. So if you look at a fan, you will see that it has a fan only, table, furniture, like this. How you can make the identification? Based on that, here these products are defined. So, what we can say here is a product is anything that can be offered to a market for attention, acquisition, use, or consumption that might satisfy a want or need. So, product is anything, whatever it may be. So, you know that here in your PUC you might have studied product is, it is a combination of, it is a goods, product may be a goods or service. Product here, it doesn't mean that it is a particular product. It may be a goods or it may be a service also. Product is tangible and usually service is intangible, usually. So like this here. So that's why it is anything that can be offered to market for attention. That can be offered to market for attention. Even we can sell the physical product like anything. So maybe furnitures, vegetables and all this we can sell. And even service also we can sell. We can sell the service, teaching service, banking service, LIC service, transportation service. All these are the services. These are all can be sold. So we can even draw the attention of people also. Acquisition is also is possible. We can acquire, we can keep with us, and we can use it and we can consume it. It satisfy our wants or need. That is what here is product. So here what we can say here, ultimately product is not only a tangible object. The intangible services and psychological attributes such as satisfaction, prestige, image, all these can be added or included in the service. That is how we understand here what is product. That's why here it need your product. In marketing mix, you know that there are four mainly marketing mix. Those are product, price, promotion and distribution. These are all called marketing mix. These are all products mixes adds image to the product. And not only that, the personality, the wants, the needs, the prestige, education and safety, all other here attributes as to the product image. So we know that a product is the key element of the marketing program of any business organization you can take. So marketing program means, or it is also called marketing mix. It starts with the product, then it is followed by pricing, promotion and physical distribution. If there is no product, there will not be any pricing. And there will not be distribution also. Obviously, there will not be any promotion. So, product is considered to be the most tangible and important single component of the marketing program. So, before, see, when we, if you want to decide about the price, before deciding about the price, physical distribution and promotion. The firm has to decide, and it should think what is to be produced. That's why the study of marketing means the study of the product. In fact, the planning and development of the marketing program begins with a clear idea of the product or service which the firm desires to offer in the market. So there are, you know that there are two fundamental aims of the firm's marketing program. Maybe here those fundamental aims are, one is consumer satisfaction and another is profit maximization. Because here if the consumers are not satisfied nowadays, there will not be any profit maximization, because if consumers are not satisfied, they are not going to make here repurchase or next purchase. That's why first we have to satisfy the consumers, then we have to think of the profit maximization. That's why nowadays we say that profit maximization through consumer satisfaction, that is the best policy. So it is very needless to say that the profit maximization depends upon the this one, consumer satisfaction. So here product is the medium, so or we can say it's the media through which every business firm tries to attain the dual objective of consumer satisfaction and profit maximization. If there is no product, there will not be any profit maximization or consumer satisfaction. That's why what we can say is the success of the firm, remember, the success of the firm always depends upon the sale of the product which the firm places in the market. Sale of the product which the firm places in the market. If the firm wants to secure competitive advantage in the market, in the marketplace, it should formulate appropriate product policy. Appropriate product policy must be there, which is the central function in marketing. Here consumers always perceive the product from different angles. See, every person's here looking towards a product will be different, and their perceptions have to be combined in the form of product image. Their perception will be different, and in which angle they are looking will be different. So this is to be adopted. That's why what we can say here, the product image is formed by perception as personality, wants, needs, prestige, education, income, based on all this. So you can hear even study more for this on this also. So what we have come to know about the product now. Now let's see various definitions given by various authors. In the words of Stanton, a product is a complex of tangible and intangible attributes, including packaging, color, price, manufacturer prestige, retailer's prestige, and manufacturers and retailers service, which a buyer may accept as offering satisfaction of wants or needs. So like this, here definition is given which the buyer needs. And here we can see another very simple definition. A product is a bundle of utilities consisting of various product features and accompanying services. According to Alderson, a product is a bundle of utilities. Bundle of utilities means the satisfying qualities it consists of. ಅಂದರೆ ತುಷ್ಟಿ ಗುಣವನ್ನು ಕೊಡುವಂಥದ್ದು. A product is a bundle of utilities consisting of ವೇರಿಯಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಫೀಚರ್ಸ್, ಅಂದರೆ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟಿಗಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂಥ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಫೀಚರ್ಸನ್ನು ಒಳಗೊಂಡಿರುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅಕಂಪನಿಂಗ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್, ಬರೀ ಫೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಫೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇಟ್ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಅಕಂಪನಿ ದ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಈಗ ರೆಫ್ರಿಜಿರೇಟರ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರಿ ಅಂತ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಹೇಗೆ ತಗೊಂಡು ಬರೋದು, ಅದನ್ನು ಪ್ಯಾಕ್, ಸೊ ಅದೊಂದು ರೆಫ್ರಿಜಿರೇಟರ್ ನೋಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಅವರು ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್, ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಬರಬಹುದು, ಅದು ಹೇಗೆ ಪ್ಯಾಕೇಜ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಅದನ್ನು ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಅದನ್ನು ಅನ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಅದನ್ನು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಡೋರ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಇದು ಮನೆಯ ಬಾಗಿಲಿ ಇನ್ ಯು ಸಿ ಟು ಯುವರ್ ಡೋರ್ until it reaches your door. Here the product is not your product is not completed. So accompanied service includes your packaging and loading, unloading, safe transportation, all these are there. Okay, so that is what here is product according to Alderson. Then again further one more definition also you can see here. See, several definitions are there here, which is very easier, you can here get it by heart. So according to Scott and Warsaw, a product is anything that one receives in an exchange transaction. A complexity of tangible and intangible attributes including functional, social and psychological utilities or benefits may be a part of the product. See, he says a product is anything that one person receives in exchange transaction. ಅಂದರೆ ಹಣವನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟು ನಾವು ತಗೊಳ್ಳುವಂಥದ್ದು ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಪಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುವಂಥದ್ದು. A complexity of tangible and intangible attributes. So in that product what should be there? Tangible and intangible attributes must be there. Tangible means which can be seen, and intangible means which cannot be seen but feel. We can feel that. So that must be there. Not only that, it must include the here functional here feature must be there. So social and psychological utilities must be there. Psychological appeal must be there. It must increase the here prestige, and it must be the part of here the product. That's what here. Now we'll see in simple essential features of product. So we can here, if you understand the meaning, so you can understand the this one features also. First thing is here physical attribute. What is physical attribute? Anything can be a product if it possesses the characteristics of tangibility or physical existence. It means that is visible to the eyes, it is touchable, and its physical existence is felt. For example, books, scooters, toothpaste, soap, talcum powder, fruits, milk, etc. ಅಂದರೆ ಫಿಸಿಕಲಿ ನೋಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಿಕ್ಕುವಂಥದ್ದು, ಮುಟ್ಟಬಹುದು, ನೋಡಬಹುದು, ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಇದನ್ನು ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಫೀಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬಹುದು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಅಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ದೆನ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ intangible attribute. A product may be in the form of a service to be bought or sold to satisfy a human want. ಈಗ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಸಹ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದಲ್ವಾ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ರಿಪೇರಿಂಗ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಬ್ಯಾಂಕಿಂಗ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್, ಇನ್ಶೂರೆನ್ಸ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್, ಲಾಯರ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್, so many services are there. Such services may be bought either independently or with the tangible products. For example, the service of machine may be purchased independently for repairing fridge, or his service may be purchased along with the fridge at the time of purchase. ಆ ಥರ ಸಹ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. Then next is associated attributes. So generally a product has certain peripheral or associated attributes to facilitate its identification and easy recognition by the buyers. Such attributes may be brand name, package, warranty, credit facility, free home delivery. So associated attributes, these are called. Most of the products are sold with these attributes nowadays. Tata hair oil you can take, Colgate toothpaste you can take. So here some associated attributes are found in the product or services, right? Then next one is exchange value. Every product should here has some exchange value irrespective of whether the product is tangible or intangible. Again, what you can say, a product is always available at a price and it is exchanged between buyer and seller for some agreed consideration. Next one is consumer satisfaction. Remember, from the consumer's point of view only you have to think. A product must be capable of satisfying the consumer want. ಗ್ರಾಹಕರು ತೃಪ್ತಿ ಆಗಬೇಕು. This satisfaction may be real or psychological. Psychological feel ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು ಅಲ್ವಾ. For example, when a housewife buys a talcum powder, she is buying not only a tangible object but also buying beauty. See, powder ಮಾತ್ರ ಅಲ್ಲ, beauty. She buys beauty, right? She is buying not only a tangible object but also buying the beauty. Next, what we can say is business satisfaction. Business satisfaction means fulfillment of the primary aim of business, which is nothing but profit maximization, right? The seller of the product must be able to earn some profit on the sale of that product. However, profit earning is not the only aim of the seller. That you have to keep in your mind. He may be selling the product in order to meet a society